appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been...
Oh, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's at least
she's on like the 5th tune.
Behind, but he's just saying something about turning.
My man said she on the 5th tune.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it. Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article was saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I got 602 yards total offense.
Time to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll set up a throw, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And Eifert has it. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
All right, we're going to keep the heat on their ass.
Tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Back to throw here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that for a running back, essentially being a receiver downfield.
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot.
This shit pissed me off. Now, come on.
Defender, Brandon, you go to your spot.
I want the ball back.
To cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And probably the wise decision there. No one open.
Oh, fat butt. I'd bite that girl if she let me.
On the table as it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your...
It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another.
I caught that shit between 2 defenders.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
Watch this. Watch how I catch this. Look.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
I'm gone.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
So they're going to go for 2.
Coop lighting their ass up on that left side.
And now here's a carry heading left. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be.
Now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and they were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was
nowhere to escape and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Underneath for Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now here come the Raiders. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. A gain of 35 that time. Good enough for an Oakland 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now a play fake here. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Gun. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Go.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Oakland, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Damn, I threw for 574 yards.
Sports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.